Crazy. That's all I can say about this game. What a crazy game on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens. As I knew, it would probably be a close game. Now, the Patriots did something impressive tonight. They're facing one of the better defenses in the National Football League, and really, I think overall, they played relatively solid from all perspective, except for special teams. That third quarter where they messed up on a punt and that fumble. God, kill me. Oh, but still, Tom Brady. All right, I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh well, they were 3-1 without him, and oh they don't they he was out for 4 games. Tom Brady is the MVP of the NFL. Okay, now you can maybe make a case for other guys like Matt Ryan, for example. I know people were high on Derek Carr until the Thursday Night Football game. Then like, ooh, I don't know about Derek Carr. But let's just recap the game first, shall we? The Patriots all of the first half was the Patriots, really for the most part. They were pretty explosive on the offensive side of the football, again, particularly in the first half. There were a couple of calls that I think the referees missed. For example, I believe it was Brady at one point. I think it was the first quarter. He threw it deep to Edelman. I was saying, okay, that's a PI, pass interference on the Ravens. No call, I'm thinking, of course. Just little things like that. I remember who was it? It wasn't Dixon, but who was it? Somebody on, I believe it was Dixon, I believe, in the receiving corps. He had the football, and freaking Steve Smith got away with the biggest holding call ever. Like, he's clear as day holding right then and there. Of course, no call. I'm thinking, great. There's going to be that kind of a game. But Joe Flacco, now, you probably look at his stats. You could look at 37 for 52. He threw the ball 52 times. I'm not surprised that he threw the ball so many times. 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, interceptions. So not a terrible game by him, but early on, his throws were just all over the place. They were really inaccurate. And I was thinking, all right, just think, Baltimore, you spent like most of your cap just to give this guy a big old contract just a few years ago, so you're welcome. But again, he didn't play overall. I'm not going to trust the guy. There was no running game. All right. I think, I know some Patriots blogs are going to be like, oh, the Patriots rush defense did really good today. And I'm thinking, yeah, they had no running back. All right. It was literally Dixon and Terrence West literally had 2 carries for a total of 2 yards. Amazing. But to be fair, that's been the Ravens all season long. I mean, Flacco's thrown the ball so many times because of that. So, I said that last week, so I'm being fair. Steve Smith had 4 receptions, 57 yards. Dixon had a touchdown reception. And then, God, what was his name? I don't know if his first name is, but his last name's Waller. He also had a 3-yard receiving touchdown. That was a back-to-back touchdowns where the Patriots mopped up the punt and then they fumbled. But, also, Joe Flacco, well, mentioned, he threw the interception, and he threw the interception to Devin McCourty. Is it Devin McCourty? Yeah, McCourty. And it was really weird because McCourty looked like he brought it to, I believe it was, I'd say, the Patriots' 43-yard line or so. And then he got called back because apparently the receiver, who was it? It wasn't Steve Smith. It wasn't Mike Wallace. I think it was Pearman. That was the intended receiver because Flacco was throwing it deep. And McCourty apparently was supposedly touched when he fell down, even though he didn't look touched at all. He looked like he was touched, and then the ball was hit to him. Even the announcer said it was a bad call, but remember, the Patriots cheat, and they're always on the Patriots' side. But those are just the little things here and there. And then we move on to the Patriots, of course. Tom Brady, have a day. 25 for 38, 406 yards, 3 touchdowns and interception. Now, the interception Brady threw was the stupidest throw I think I've ever seen Tom Brady throw. he was about to get sacked. He was in the red zone of the Ravens. This was near the end of the second half, where the Patriots could have been. It was 16-3, but it could have easily been 23-3 right then and there. But he was afraid of getting sacked. I believe it was Terrell Suggs that was pressuring him, and he just threw it in the end zone. Like he just lobbed it up, and then Eric Weddle got it for the interception. He brought it to the 10. But Brady should have just fell on it right then and there if he felt like nobody was open. To be fair, nobody was open. So he just took it to the sack, and even Stephen Gostkowski's had a kind of a year. He just could have been a field goal, too. By the way, weirdly enough, the first points the Patriots scored in this game was a safety. Yes, you could thank Patrick Chung for forcing that safety in the end zone by Dixon. So, anyways, Patriots running game. LeGarrette Blount. Blount forced trauma. All right. Here you had it. They were facing the best defensive rushing defense in the NFL. Larry Blount, 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown. So even though LeGarrette Blount didn't light up the world per se, still had a touchdown. Still a decent game. Still, in my opinion, having the best season of his career. So yeah. And then at the receiving core. Chris Hogan, brother. 5 receptions, 129 yards, and a touchdown, including one that clinched it basically in the fourth quarter. It was a 79-yard deep receiving of a touchdown for Chris Hogan. And, when the Patriots signed Chris Hogan in the offseason, I said this is going to be a big addition for them. And, of course, people thought it was crazy. They're like, oh, what's Chris Hogan going to do? He didn't do anything at Buffalo. What's he going to do anything in the New England Patriots? Because Chris Hogan brings a deep threat, something the Patriots have lacked for so long. They just love the quick and dunk, 3 or 4 yard reception, and then try to do their best to get as many yards as possible after that reception. They haven't had a deep threat in forever. Chris Hogan has been that threat. I saw it a little bit in preseason. You saw it here for most of the season, including tonight. And of course, James White was just James White, 3 receptions for 81 yards. For a running back, that's normal, right? But, yeah, and Malcolm Mitchell. Okay. I've been saying it for weeks now. If you don't have this guy on your fantasy team, for the love of God, just pick him up. Especially now with the playoffs going for fantasy football. But this guy is the deal. Alright, I'm not saying like he's a Pro Bowler right now. Obviously not. But it seems like week after week, this guy continues to get better. 4 receptions, 41 yards, and a touchdown, including one 34-yarder. So, the guy has talent. He's honestly the best wide receiver when it comes to youth that this team has had in a while. When you look at guys like Campbell Tompkins, you look at guys like Aaron Dobson, makes guys like me want to throw myself out a window. Matthew Slater. Guys like that, you look at it and go, yeah, they did nothing. This guy's contributing very well. Martellus Bennett even had a pretty good game. His first good game, I think, since Gronk's got hit on the IR. 4 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown for him. And, other than, again, and guess what? Stephen Gostkowski, even though he didn't, attempt any field goals, he made all his extra points. So, yay. So, if you point out the whole fact, and also, too, you point out the fact that, I bash the special teams because, they were just making some stupid plays. But they made a big play early in the game, in the first quarter. Blocked Justin Tucker, yes, the unstoppable Justin Tucker who, I swear, he looks bored when he's up there kicking a field goal. It's that easy for him. This guy is easily the best kicker in the NFL. And they blocked him. And the way they blocked him was just beautiful. I mean, personally, I didn't expect it. I was sitting there going, you gotta be kidding me. But it was a fun game. You know what I mean? Between these two teams, I knew it was going to be a close game. And you guys have been thinking about this wow, he's actually saying a lot in this recap. Yeah, because when you have a close game, I have a lot to say. It's not like, yeah, Patriots beat up the Jets 27-10. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's more than just that. So, overall, it's a cool, fun game. The Patriots actually, I guess, the one thing that really surprised me is the Patriots actually got some production in the running game against a good passing defense, the number one passing defense. Well, not that they're number one anymore, but including one that LeGarrette Blount near the end when he was running on the clock. LeGarrette Blount got the football and he literally ran over Eric Wood like he was a little child. I was like, oh my god. But it's a thing too. They're about to face Denver. Yes, Denver Broncos defense. Who, if the Tennessee Titans, Sports Fan Entertainment, aka MJ, if he has shown us anything, that the DeMarco Murray and company show that they can run over Denver's defense, and it's always an interesting game between the Patriots and the Broncos, especially when it's in Denver. And people are acting like that's going to be an easy game for the Patriots. No. Alright. I don't care how mediocre Trevor Siemian is. And I don't care how up and down the seasons both Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas have had. This is still the Denver Broncos defense. And while they're good, I feel like it's the combination of Gary Kubiak choosing the wrong play at the wrong time, mixed with them meaning the Broncos, relying too much on their defense. And I know they've had C.J. Anderson on IR. He was a big part of their offense, especially the beginning part of the season. He was doing really well. But I don't know. I mean, should be interesting in Denver next week. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I can't wait to go bald next week because I'm going to be pulling every hair on my scalp during that game. That should be lovely. People are going, now you're being dramatic. No, because this team and the Broncos, it's like, fuck me. But anywho, by the way, shout out to Aqib Talib for literally beating up on another player because he felt like Harry Douglas did a cheap shot. Now, I'm not saying that Harry Douglas wasn't the wrong. What he did was stupid. Alright? He's probably going to get at least fined for that. But Aqib Talib should have just, told him off and then walked away. A normal citizen would have done. Not just, oh, I'm about to go UFC on you. Come here. So, but hey, if that includes him being suspended for a game, I'm not going to complain. Julian Edelman might have a better game that way. Moving on. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this recap video. What do you guys think about tonight's Monday Night Football game between the Patriots and the Ravens? As the Patriots win 30-23. Follow me on Twitter. The link will be down in the description box as usual. Subscribe to this channel if you have not. It's also down there, of course. Duh. And that's it for me. Crazy, crazy good game. And Spinnernet 1, if you're watching this, telling you, you bring out the best in my Patriots, alright? You guys, as much as I hate your team, you bring out the best in these games. Alright? Peace.